Hello book lovers, and welcome to day 14 of 30, where I am talking about my top 30 books of all time in honor of my 30th birthday. Today we'll be talking about a whole series, and that is the Veronica Speedwell series. I have a curious beginning here since that is the first book. I have read 7 or 8 of them. I can never remember. I only have one book left before I have completely caught up with this series. This is by Diana Raybourn, and it is a historical mystery series with a smidge of romance in it. And in this book, we are following Veronica Speedwell, and she is someone who studies butterflies. She has done a lot of traveling throughout her life to a lot of tropical places to gather these specimens, and she actually sells them, and that's kind of how she supports herself. At the beginning of this series, she had been under the care of her aunts, but they have now passed away, and she is kind of on her own, really a free woman to do whatever she pleases for the first time. However, on her way to London, she is actually approached by a man who informs her that she is in danger and that he would like to take her to London for her protection. And she's like, honestly, I need to go to London anyway, so I will let this guy pay for my ticket. And when she gets there, he ends up putting her in the care of Stoker, who is also a natural scientist and is an expert at taxidermy. And as these two are hanging out, kind of waiting for this other member to join them and tell them exactly what's going on, they find out that this man was murdered and that the police suspect Stoker. And Veronica was like, wait a minute, I was with you the whole time, so there's no way you murdered him, or did you? And Stoker's like, I didn't murder him, but did you? So in order to prove their innocence, they both head out to solve the murder of this man. And so begins their relationship, as well as their bad habit of stumbling across murders and solving them. In every single story, we are following, obviously, a different mystery, but we are always following Veronica and Stoker as they banter and bully their way to the resolution of a crime. This does have a slow burn romance aspect to the story. Eventually, the two of them are in a rather committed relationship, but despite that, it's still not a huge part of the story. However, for me, I would definitely say that their relationship is one of my favorite aspects of the story. I absolutely adore the banter. These are two highly intelligent people. We are also dealing with two highly stubborn people. Veronica a little bit more so. I absolutely adore Veronica as a character. She is a very progressive woman, considering we are in a historical setting here. And she's the kind of woman who is just not going to let herself be put into a corner. She's not going to let people look down on her. She's not going to let people expect less from her. And she's definitely not going to expect less from herself either. She is always out there putting herself in the same danger as the men. She is constantly proving her intellectual superiority. She's just the kind of woman that I have so much respect for. She is just so much fun. Stoker, on the other hand, is also incredibly intelligent. He has a little bit of a shady past. He's kind of the black sheep of his family. Sometimes he wears like an eye patch due to an injury he sustained. Potentially, I think it was while he was killing like a jaguar or something. So, I mean, the guy's pretty hardcore. He's big, he's muscly, and no matter how much he tries, he just cannot stand up against the power that is Veronica. Just watching him even attempt to is so hilarious, but you can tell that he has so much love and respect for her. And the two of them have really grown as characters, and a lot of it has to do because of their relationship with each other. On top of the mysteries and obviously the romance, I always have a really good time with the side characters that Diana is creating. There's a few of them that make quite a few appearances, obviously, as our two characters continue to solve these mysteries and murders. They are kind of gathering a little crowd of people around them that they use as a resource, but that are also friends and dear to them. So there are just a lot of aspects to this series that I really have a great time with. I know that a lot of people really adore these. I personally listen to these as audiobooks, and I think that is definitely the way that you should consume them. So if you haven't jumped on the bandwagon that is the Veronica Speedwell series, then I suggest you get to it. Let me know if you have read this series or at least started this series and what you thought of it, and I will see you tomorrow with our next book.